Thank you, Tony. Daojeja Wuhao. I hope I pronounced that okay. Good afternoon, everyone. As Tony just alluded to, Hiremii is developing AI-powered recruitment software specifically for the energy resources and technology sectors. Next slide, please. So I'm on the board with David Buckingham and Conor O'Brien. Conor is an entrepreneur and co-founder of Hiremii. David is an experienced executive, ex-CEO of the likes of iiNet, and a very experienced individual. In terms of our company structure, we have about 135 million shares on market. About 10% of those are in the hands of board and management. We have about 69.8 owned by the top 20 shareholders. At a 5-cent share price today, we have a valuation of about $6.7 million. $2 million in terms of finance facility, and I'll go into some detail about that shortly, and about 800,000 AUD in the bank. Next slide, please. A strategic snapshot of our business. So Australian-based company with two core complementary business components, Hiremii Technology and Inverse Group. So our Inverse Group provides recruitment services to some of the world's leaders in mining, energy, and technology. We're an emerging WA market leaders in difficult to source, high IP, white collar talent. So FY23, we grew about 82% to AUD 20.8 million. In 2024, we've currently delivered about 22 million, so continued growth. Our long-term objectives in that side of the business to be market leaders in talent intelligence solutions for international resource companies. Medium-term objectives are to attack 1,000 contractors on our books and seconded into some of those multinational resource and energy companies. The short term, it's to reduce the time to hire for Inverse team, Inverse clients, and improve our gross margins. On the other side of the business, the exciting Hiremii Technology side, we're a developer of innovative AI and machine learning tools focused on the energy and resources sectors. We are in the middle of a build currently, which connects AI tools directly with Inverse customers, which include those energy and resource multinationals, increasing data capture opportunities to better inform those AI tools and automate scale marketing operations to rapidly achieve scale. Next slide, please. Just a brief on our Q3 FY24 results recently. So we delivered a record quarterly cash of about 8.1 million. Our revenue at about 6.6 million was 48% up PCP. Pleased to announce increased GP in line at 47% up, and a 43% improvement in our EBITDA loss, down to 145,000 AUD dollars. In the period, we made a couple of strategic high-level personnel appointments, including Pete Liddell, who's an experienced COO, has come in as Hiremii's head of technology, and Darryl Lim as Inverse Technology Recruitment Manager. The two gentlemen are working closely together to connect Hiremii Technology through to the technology sector. We've engaged experienced AI partners, Velocio, to build and design the integration points between Hiremii's AI and Inverse customers as a phase one of our expansion. Next slide, please. So half-yearly revenue growth, as you can see from the chart here. Hiremii made the acquisition of Inverse strategically in H1 FY22. We've seen compound annual growth of around 93% since then. So we are pleased to see high growth within the organization. These figures have also been pre to our investments and inclusion of our AI technology. So we have a very exciting future ahead of us. If I could jump to the next slide, please. So what's the big problem? 60% of a recruiter's day is spent on candidate sourcing and sorting. It's a big job and it's tedious, laborious. Hiremii is developing a talent pool of, Developing talent pools of highly skilled workers is becoming increasingly more difficult. There's a high volume of applicants without the accurate verifications and sufficient checks. Recruitment teams are becoming completely bogged down with process and are finding it difficult to identify and match quality, qualified candidates. AI tools at the moment are very generic and are not differentiated between the unique needs of specialized industries like energy, oil and gas, and resources. Candidates are continuing to be very frustrated by lack of process and how slow things can be. If we can jump onto the next slide, please. So what's the solution and what led Hiremii to develop these AI recruitment tools? So AI-enhanced candidate shortlisting is just the beginning. We're aiming to reduce the time spent on sourcing and sifting through candidates using our AI leveraged shortlist tool. We will understand recruiter bias. That's very important in large resource and energy organizations in finding a balanced workforce. We understand the natural language patterns and the implied meanings of job descriptions at a recruiter level. And this is obviously strategic to an enhanced AI delivered platform. Continuous machine learning so that we can respond to new market dynamics, and creating an active two-sided communities of professionals will help to supercharge our ecosystem. Next slide, please. So in short, our operational objective, better talent faster. Hiremii is focused on lean product development, which is informed through interaction with Inverse Group's recruitment experts. Synergies from our back office create economies of scale and automation, and an expert advanced recruitment business, which is the springboard for global technology products. Next slide, please. Just a brief rundown of some of our customer profile. We have 135 customers that we've invoiced as an organization. It's very early stage still, so our objectives are to mature some of these organizations, but we're exposed to companies like Hanroy, Hancock Prospecting, which has had a long-standing history of trade between Australia and China. Some of the companies represented here are European, they're American, and they're Asian organizations, probably with around 1 million employees between them as well. So we're very much exposed to some of those large multinationals in energy and resources. Next slide, please. So our addressable market. So our immediate addressable market is around 4.1 billion. In the short term, we're targeting around 2.5%. We're targeting around $100 million in revenue, which is about 4 to 5x where we are obviously currently. Total domestic market in the space that we operate is around 17.7 billion. So it's large and it's very real on our doorstep in Australia. Internationally, we're just short of 900 billion of an opportunity globally. And this is predominantly white-collar recruitment across any gamut of industry on the big scale. Next slide, please. Key investment highlights include our exposure to the rapidly growing AI sector. We're already integrated with OpenAI's ChatGPT, and we're driving recruitment automation as we speak. Some near-term catalysts: Hiremii's proprietary AI engine is now being integrated into the platform, directly servicing Inverse Group's multinational companies. We're confident as an organization to meet our ambitious future goals, and we are certainly exposed to high growth sectors, including renewable energy, in-demand commodities, and technology sectors with low risk, long-term contracts. Automation is being delivered at the moment. Hiremii will become a market-leading organization with a competitive advantage through the use of AI. Next slide, please. Thank you very much. I think I'm about to run into 10 minutes. If anyone else would like information, I'd be very happy. And I'll just leave you with this, if that's okay. Resources has a long standing history with trading with China. Can we export more than just iron ore? Thank you.